Game 3, EG,
Wow.
NP.
No one did anything.
We did it.
We did it.
I was just
Hooray.
waiting, like.
Debated.
Interesting. A first ban Broodmother.
Hey, you got to look out for the Brood in Game 3, man. That's where she sneaks out, and you're like, oh, God.
Is it?
Oh, God.
I think there's not many counters left, so it can make it a little bit difficult.
Wow, NP actually bans the Arc Warden.
Oh, wow.
Game 3 ban.
They're
That's
spooked.
a first.
Just in case.
Just in case.
They don't want to get cheese for Game 3. I understand. I told Curtis that I told or that I bet 2-1 on them, so they don't want to fuck it up. So they ban Arc Warden just for the cheese factor. That's it.
All right, all right.
They want to make their daddy proud,
Okay.
or their ex-daddy.
Daddy.
What does that make me?
Ex-daddy.
I believe that makes you a traitor. And Sand King, he's going to be picked up first.
Bold.
There you go.
Yep.
No, but he left me, right? I didn't leave them. I didn't
Yeah,
abandon
but you're
my
still
kids.
feeding them info, dude.
I think that makes you a divorcee.
What info? That I bet 2-1 on that? Like, oh my god, that gives us the extra motivation.
My dog's just biting the fuck out of me right now. I'm sorry. Skywrath Mage, and he's going to be disappointed with that one.
Oh, there's still Knicks too, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe
What are you, a ghost?
with 2 games plus community bans that some of these heroes are still there. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, man. Necro, another hero we didn't talk about that could get picked up here. Tinker. Disruptor.
Yeah, let's just name all the heroes.
Yeah. I would be shocked if that ET didn't come out right here, I think, for EG. I think it's
And
such
Slark.
an ET staple.
What?
Treant.
Oh, go Phoenix. Do it.
Do it.
For the memes.
I mean, you wouldn't do them 1-2, would you?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, why not?
100%.
You just give away that you are 100% team fight based
Yes.
Go.
in your first 2 picks.
The memes.
Please.
Please, God.
Hey, what about Earth Spirit?
Shut up, Sayori. We need the memes.
What about, let's name another hero. Sniper.
What about
Templar
Bloodseeker
Assassin,
Eggs?
Bounty Hunter. Ricky Maru.
What about Meepo?
I hate everyone.
Meepo.
All right, EG. How about in a bad?
They're taking their time here. They're taking their sweet time. They're in reserves, boys. That's a
Oh, yeah.
Nyax assassin.
Ooh, okay. Well, pretty strong laners here. A lot of regen. Living armor. Nyx assassin.
Yeah, the huge regen on that.
There is. Hey, Nyx has like 5 base.
All right, so far I've called everything, so Slark is going to be next.
Okay, great.
Okay, good. Excellent.
Elder
God
Titan.
damn it, NP.
ETSK. There's a lot of good team fight for NP. Maybe they
Yeah.
should take the Phoenix.
This
Phoenix
is really
it has
similar
be
to
Tree and Phoenix.
NP
Remember
should go
when they
Phoenix
first started?
Medusa.
like when we had the beat limitational qualifiers. They picked Sand King Void as their first 2 heroes, like 4 games in a row or something. Like their first competitive games as a team, as a squad. So this is very similar, right? Whole idea of like big
Squad.
AoE control, a lot of damage amplification on the Sand King. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what are we
I
looking
do
at for the
like your
next round of
ideas,
bans?
Iori.
Sorry?
I like your idea.
Yeah, Dusa Phoenix. It's similar to Treant Phoenix.
Dusa, Treant, and Phoenix on
Well-
the same team.
That could work.
Give it to Daddy.
That
with-
could work if you're an idiot.
With an Earth Spirit.
Okay,
Shut up with this Earth Sphere.
It's not gonna happen, dude.
What? What's wrong with Earth Spirit? We saw him kick ass the other day in a team fight.
He's only good on good teams.
All right, let's think of great synergies. All
Damn.
right? Phoenix and Night Stalker. Great synergy.
Phoenix and Night Stalker.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, man.
Crippling Fear, miss attacks on the egg.
Why
right?
wouldn't you just get an AoE stun?
Why wouldn't you
No.
just get a coddle?
The Crippling Fear is better.
I think EG might want to ban Zeus here. Synergizes really well with the Elder Titan, reveals Treant and Nyx Assassin. He's also just good.
That makes too much sense.
Okay.
Shut up, Zyori.
Pick a Bloodseeker.
Bloodseeker eggs. It's great.
It is.
You guys are
Well, that
so
one's not a
stupid.
meme anymore. so-
Yeah, it's good. We saw it confirmed in elimination mode like twice.
I have not seen any of those games, so they don't exist to me.
Didn't Era like poo on some people with that build?
No,
It was Jerax
It was
playing it
Jerax too.
from the
They're
position
not
4.
real games. I didn't watch them. All right.
Yeah, they're all
Storm
picked.
banned out. Mm-hmm. Classic shit.
What kind of mids are we looking at here? There's still a TA. There's still a Queen of Pain. Those are probably pretty top choices. Also the Tinker, I suppose.
Yeah, I think Tinker's the real, like, kind of... You're a little bit worried about that guy.
Hey, the Viper ban.
Windshield wiper removed.
think
EG's
NP
thinking
should
about
ban
something
Tinker.
mid here, Slacks. What do they got cooking?
I don't know, dude. Who bans Viper? What the fuck?
Maybe they'll pick TA.
Yeah,
They're-
they either want Tinker or TA, and then Viper just kind of shits on both.
They are dire side.
no!
Wow.
The Phoenix
They're
ban.
listening to the stream. There's no other explanation.
Why would you tell
Damn
Curtis? You fucking traitor. God damn you, Suns fan.
Oh no, not again.
He wants his predictions to be so right. He's just like, you gotta ban Phoenix. Like, I saw this.
You traitor.
Watching scrims over their shoulders.
You fucking Suns fan. You're way too.
I think Slark is still pretty good. Right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can pretty much take off Ecclestomp every time.
EG might go for Weaver too. The Weaver Treant is pretty nasty. That little Scarabs diving towers, no biggie.
Oh, yeah. Classic. The Goblak old school
You know,
getting
the
a
cool
bad in there,
thing-
too.
Yep.
I think Medusa's also good, but NP, there's no way they pick it with Nyx in the game.
Yeah.
So EG can just save it for later if they want.
This
Silence
is
there.
the
huh?
we hate your team fight hero.
Yeah.
You know, if you
That's
Elder
the-
Titan generally is drafted with like all team fight, so
I mean, that's
That's
yeah.
their poor man's Phoenix replacement.
Yeah.
They really wanted Phoenix.
A poor man's Phoenix silencer. Indeed. Basically the same skills.
I mean, he looks like Dragon Knight. He might as well look like Phoenix too.
Is Silencer an Oglogi too?
Yes. Everyone's
Actually-
in a clunky.
it's a
Definitely
super
not
obnoxious support up against a lot of the cores that are left too. Like Weaver, like casting a bunch of spells, keeping that debuff going. I mean PL. I mean we're getting the bottom of the barrel here. Like PL2, we're having to doppelganger.
Oh,
wow.
shit!
We in it.
Is this an
It's the
AUI
Visage, baby!
Visage?
You guys should have voted.
Is there such a thing as a one-position Visage?
There was a 2-position played by Fata last
You
year.
get Maelstrom,
on
right?
Liquid. Yeah, that was the build.
All right, this is AUI. This has to be.
Yeah,
That's
this
his
is like
hero.
one of his old school signature heroes. So the build used to be Medallion, Ags, Solar Crest.
All right, they lost.
I don't think it's going to be position 1. It's going to be position
Oh
5.
god, I'm so conflicted. Every Legion I see loses in pro games, but there's a Visage on the other team. Oh god. I don't know what to
Which one
do.
will cancel each other out.
What if they pick Wind Ranger on NP? Then it doubles back to losing.
I don't know.
That
I
would be
just
good
don't
enough.
know.
All right, this is a Necrophos incoming here for NP.
Necrophos, you say?
Well, how's he going to spam his spells against a silencer?
Well,
What?
for 5 seconds every 3 minutes, he won't be able to.
No,
Aside
you
from
get
that,
the Manta style.
the
Easy.
healing will be quite
but
impressive.
He'll keep the
Whoa!
debuff going the whole time.
Whoa, Lone Druid.
God, I love game threes. This is amazing. Ah.
So this is our second Lone Druid pick of the tournament. Escape picked it in a game 1, to which they lost handily. So here we go in game 3. We'll see if NP can do a little better with it.
Well, it's the classic Lone Druid Visage combo.
Yes. Please, could you go on about how that combination works and the
Purge?
general strategy?
Are you still with us?
You know, EG should
Yep.
pick up Pugna, actually.
Tell us
Great
about the
hero.
Lone Druid Visage combo, Purge.
Somebody's gonna get a medallion, and they both do physical damage, and they have an Elder Titan to all solar armor. It's kind of cool.
Love you, buddy. Thank you. See, I could just make shit up and Purge will be like, ah, yes. Lots of synergy there.
Yes.
They all hit heroes. They synergize.
Both of these heroes cause damage to the enemy team.
If they could get away with the mid legion, we could actually see the Wraith King again, just because the double crit works on the bear. Pretty
Oh.
ridiculous. So you do like 500% crit to
Oh,
him.
they did it.
They've done it now.
I said EG was gonna pick Pugna, but they ban it because they know they really want it, but they're gonna lose if they pick it, so they just banned it. You get it?
Nice.
Flawless, flawless.
Yeah.
So, what is NP ban here, though? I guess a mid, right?
More than likely, you would think.
So
yeah.
maybe you ban out Tinker.
I think Wind Ranger is actually a decent ban, to be honest. Good Sumail hero. You have Lone Druid.
Did they not final ban? Did they run out of time? Oh, no, okay, never mind. They have a lot of time.
They have plenty of time.
I got too excited.
It's all good.
What's good against the bear?
TA.
Laser, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
TA,
TA,
physical
maybe.
damage,
TA.
Shackle.
I think it's Radiance is bad though.
I don't think
Yeah.
they can Brewmaster this game, because like it would deal with the team fight, but then I don't know how that carries the rest of your team, really. But the
I have no
mischance
idea
is
what the
kinda
lanes
fun.
are for EG.
Here's
Like,
the
is this
Tinker.
a support Nyx?
Tinker's
Probably
banned.
not. So probably offlane Nyx, Treant support. The
Wraith King
Silencer, I have
carry.
no idea.
I think Silencer big.
Wraith King.
Yeah, I'm
Anything?
still down with the Wraith King.
It's gonna be Wraith King. It does double damage to the bear. Remember OG did it at Frankfurt maybe?
Yeah.
Manila? Can't remember.
What do you mean it does double
Easiest
damage?
jungle
What I said,
Because
Legion.
it does double damage to creeps when it crits, and the bear counts as a creep.
Ah.
So it's like
Like
ultra
500%, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a pretty legit counter. I mean, I have no idea how NP want to lane this. Is Lone Druid mid? Are they looking for a safe lane carry here? Necro?
You're still on the Neko train, huh?
Oh.
I guess.
Ancient apparition.
Techies!
Let's name heroes.
If we guess enough heroes, guys, there's only 44 left. We can do this. I don't know. I mean, they have a lot of spammable stuns with the Visage Birds, the Echo Stomp, Sand King, like Roots. They have a lot of gotcha. You know, it's going to be hard to get away from this team.
Yeah, but where's their damage coming from until that bear gets huge?
Sand King's ult.
Oh, which will never go off thanks to Silencer, I don't think.
Maybe they could pick Sniper since they have so much catch. Oh, it's the TA. All right, very good. There's the damage, Slacks.
I believe that was probably a deny pick. Oh, we
the
got
Wombo
it.
combo.
Wow. See, they really wanted Phoenix. That's their backup plan.
Was that an
Enigma
RTZ
silencer?
silencer?
Phoenix.
Okay,
Oh,
well, this
man.
is a hell of a Game 3 draft. Visage, Lone Druid, ET on one side. You get Treant, Silencer, Enigma, plus a Legion Commander on the other.
What year is it? This is great.
All right,
This is
so,
the future.
So, Slacks, bold prediction here, buddy. You called a 1-1, which you got. Now you got to call the tiebreaker.
Okay, tiebreaker. You know, god damn. Never seen a Legion win a pro game. Never seen a Visage win a pro game. I'm going to have to go with the sick Enigma just because I want to see them win. You can do it, boys. I changed my mind. NP, forget it. Sorry. MP, the Bear's going to do great.
I want to see this Visage work. I wanna
Visage.
believe.
Oh, God. Visage. Oh, God. Boys, predictions.
I think NP. I'm going for it.
Oh,
TA Lone Druid. Let's go.
Visage. Okay.
I'll stick with EG. I think it's RTZ silencer. It's gonna be great. All the
Yeah.
-2s. Yeah.
Okay,
Fine.
okay.
Yeah.
Suns fan?
I'm sticking with the original. The original. I can't go back now. NP.
NP.
All right. Come on, boys.
All right, Visage. A lot of pressure here. So back to the lobby. Looks like we're just about to start. Waiting for the green lights from both teams. And we'll be good to go. Remember, coming up after this, we will have another series. It is Kaipi.
You all right, Annie?
Jesus H.
Annie's
Good
excited.
God.
Kai
Oh, God.
P.
Kaipi. Oh, that's Sing Sing. The memories
Hey,
of his
Purge.
ghost.
Can you
Yes.
answer a mechanics question since I haven't seen Visage in a long time? I can't remember.
Maybe. Yeah,
Birds in black hole. What happens?
They used to not get stunned, but I believe they do get stunned now. But I'm not 100%.
Cool.
I think they do.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck's sake.
Wait, global silence. Does it affects the Visage birds?
It should.
I'm going to go get this woman some
Because it goes through
water. I'll be
BKB, so
right
even
back.
if they're like spelling
Okay.
it.
Sounds good.
Huh. Wow, look at all these Battle Cup victories. My golly. Poor Envy.
Why are they tier 8? Wait, is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, okay. Shouldn't it be tier 1 the best?
Templar
That's-
assassin.
Legion Commander.
That's usually how it works, but, you know, this is Dota after all, Suns fans. So with that said, folks, we have a Game 3 ace match. We have a
Somebody's
Game
hacking
3.
up a lung over there.
Yeah, seriously. Like, what's going on, man? That's like... we have Game 3, and we have some casters here. Annie and Purge. Remember, coming up after this will be Kaipi versus OG, and it is probably going to start promptly once this one's done. So, casters, take it away.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to game number 3 here on day number 4 of Elimination Mode, the deciding series between EG and NP. Now, this is an upper bracket match, so loser doesn't go home, but the winner is that much closer to the grand finals. I'm Android, being joined by Purge. What do you make of this draft, man?
It's kind of all over the place. One really good thing that EG did do for themselves, though, is grabbed amazing teamfight heroes. So, Global Silence, Enigma Black Hole, Legion Duel, Treant Ult, it's really good. They are a little bit focused on Invis heroes between Nyx and Treant, so if NP does get ahead, they can probably control the game really easily with a gem. So that's maybe one negative thing about their lineup, but NP's also pretty reliant on getting farm up, whereas EG is basically ready to combo as soon as they get a Blink Dagger on Legion. So NP has requirements of like Deso on TA and Blink on TA and Radiance on Bear, and even like Visage can be a bit iffy sometimes early, but their heroes do combo really well together, so I don't know, it's going to be an interesting game, but maybe we'll see a very similar result as last game.
Yeah, man, dude, I'm so excited for these EG heroes. I want to see some crazy black holes. That's what I'm looking forward to. Now, Legion, we were talking about it in draft a little bit. very low success rate so far. What do you have to do to really get that Legion up and running?
Well, I mean, the best thing about Legion as a pub here is just that you get tons of kills, which give you damage, so you're just naturally getting more farm, not only because of gold, but also because of the dual damage, so just free items. But in programs, it's a lot harder. At least lately, a lot of teams have really understood where to move around the map, so teams getting that kind of dual advantage is harder. But considering it's a mid Legion, and considering the heroes he's against, I think it's a decent Legion game, but there are a lot of good disables on NP sides that should make it harder for Legion to get successful duels finished.
What is going on in the all chat this game? I'm very confused.
I don't know, they're friends, man. I mean, SVG used to be EG's coach for a while, so at least around TI, so it's not too surprising that they got some banter going.
Yeah, I mean, these teams definitely know each other well. They know the play styles, so it's all going to come down to individual execution here. Top Rune may have a bit of a showdown. Elder Titan just sending out a Spirit. There's going to be a Burrow Strike here. Who gets the Rune? It's going to be Sand King. So unfortunately, Dire not going to get a Rune to start things off.
That's not the end of the world, but it's definitely not fun for them either. Just counted, 3 of NP's members have been on EG as an organization before, so that's probably the main reason. See what RTZ goes for this game for build. I'm kind of interested for Carry Silencer.
Yeah, Core Silencer definitely not super popular. What kind of stuff have you seen or do you think is necessary for that hero to get rolling?
He has really bad escape and his chase and actually like chase disable like slows and stuns. They're not there really. He just has Curse of the Silence. So usually you have to buy tanky items that allow you to just survive fights and then turn that into like actual big items late game, like Shiva's Guard, stuff like that. So maybe like we could see Mech, we could see Pipe, not really RTZ style. He may just go something like Treads Drums with Force Staff, but things like that give him some survivability with just all around great stats is really important.
How much space do you need on the Silencer to really get him going? Because he's going to have a lot of lane pressure here until there's some rotations from NP.
Yeah, it's basically just the laning stage is important. The hero's pretty bad at level 1, just pretty low overall HP and stats. So just pressuring him with this dual lane I think is a great idea. That said, Glaives of Wisdom is so OP because it doesn't aggro creeps, so it's very good in the laning stage. It's a free 10 pure damage.
Alright, so things going pretty alright. Mid lane, we're having a bit of a matchup here in terms of overall last hitting. Sumail dead even now with Envy. Who do you expect to come out on top in this mid?
Should be Envy winning this, I think. With that said though, Envy can't really trade very well against Sumail because of the fact that Sumail can always just lifesteal with Moment of Courage. So it gives him really good options to break Refraction rapidly. But I feel like TA should do fairly okay, but there's definitely a lot of advantages going to Sumail on Legion, just like he can nuke the wave with overwhelming odds, for example, and then go get the runes. Like he's just constantly trading hits here. Doesn't have nearly as much armor though. This is kind of going okay for Sumail.
There's going to be a rotation down from our tree. I don't know if we can really get anything done here. Sumail, he's getting pretty low. He's playing with fire. Envy up on the high ground, wants to find something. Looking for the Psyblade procs. Now Crit coming in. He has the Leech Seed. Can they eat through the Refraction? Sumail getting super low. Healed up by the Leech Seed. And the first blood comes in with the overwhelming odds. Very well played by Sumail right there.
Yeah, I love how he baited that out. That was super solid. Envy thought for sure he was going to get the kill. Envy reacted to it correctly once he saw the Triumph, but it was just too much damage. Really nice rotation there.
Alright, so back in the top, RTZ getting a little bit of space as there has been some rotations out from NP, so his last hitting is going up pretty nicely. Our big leader, no surprise, going to be the Enigma in the jungle. Now, what's Zai's point for leaving? Does he go for mech and then just bail out? Does he wait for Black Hole, Blink?
Yeah, it's more level based. Usually you're going to go for a couple levels and then turn that into like a gank or a push, usually, just to put pressure on lanes with Demonic Conversion. If you just end the jungle game, it actually doesn't work very well, just because at some point your opponent's pressure more than you because they have 5 heroes on the map versus your 4. So most likely he'll be level 5 or level 6 before he rotates out.
Top lane at a bit of a skirmish here. RTZ getting healed up. Now MSS thinking about re-engaging. Has that Burrow Strike, but it's a very risky business. So RTZ just farming up. There's going to be some more harass onto the Sand King, but the catch really isn't there. Treant doesn't have that Nature's Guise, so can't be too sneaky just yet. Down bottom, we are going to have an Impale just coming in, stunning up the bear. We really haven't talked about this Universe lane, but for an off-lane solo Nyx, he's actually doing a pretty alright job at keeping himself relevant.
Yeah, he's getting a massive amount of experience. This is mostly just because Visage is kind of a bad laning support. The hero has actually 10% magic resistance. He also has 0 physical resistance at level 1, and his animation is just generally bad. He attacks really slow. Looks like he has a bad BAT. Oh, TI getting a solo kill? Was that actually a solo kill? Wow. That's actually massive. Solo killed Sumail there. That's an accomplishment right there.
Yeah, this time Sumail doesn't quite play it perfectly. Again, TI, even at really early levels, able to just unload the damage to side blades, helping out as well. Up on this top, we could see some sort of rotation as MSS really wants to contest these small creeps and should be able to get a decent amount of farm, but Arteezy still having a fun time farming up these little lane creeps.
Yeah, he's lacking in mana a little bit. It's one of the downsides to his hero, but I do like that he's maxing out Arcane Curse. I think this is a really good skill right now. It forces your opponents to not cast spells, kind of similar to Time Dilation in some ways, but also gives them some good lane control. The slow can really add up in a long team fight.
Alright, so 1-1, 5 minutes in. Some decent contest over this little stack here in the top lane. Just gonna be farming up. MSS getting a good amount of experience for himself. He's already level 4 at 5 minutes in, which is alright. And we talked about how a large portion of NP's damage is going to be reliant on that epicenter if he's able to channel it up with our team's Global Silence. Now there's going to be a Burrow Strike under the tier 1 tower. That's ambitious. A sleep coming in, but there's going to be no more follow-up damage, and a living armor from the tree will keep Arteezy nice and healthy.
Yeah, I mean, I like their dueling here, but it's just so difficult to kill Silencer through this, especially with the fast base he pick up. Like, he's getting enough levels that his agility gain is really stacking up. He's got good armor, and then throwing living armor against these two heroes, they're not going to be able to kill until MSS hits 6. There's almost no way. There's just too many damage blocks to go through.
So top lane definitely heating up. Now there's one hero we have not talked a whole lot about, and that's 1437 on the Visage here. Oh, splat back to top lane though. MSS could be in some trouble. Doesn't have a Burrow Strike. He's got a Mango if he needs it. He's going to gobble it up, but still 3 seconds cooldown. He's going to be trapped inside an EG sandwich. Short range Burrow Strike there. The Impale does clip, and that's going to be Nyx Assassin getting a kill onto the Sand King. So some bug-on-bug violence towards the mid lane. We're going to have a nice little sleep here. Envy really wants to go back in. We've got our first black hole of the game, and Sumail actually turning things around. They're going back in. They get the kill on the TA. Visage TP's in. They want to go in for the slow and Sumail. They are able to get it. It's just a bloodbath here in 1437, taking a ton of damage from Enigma. The Eidolon's helping out there. Oh god, everyone just getting melted. EG, they lose their mid, but they're still feeling good, and they're going to get some push on this tier 1 tower.
Oh, that's going to be hard to kill him with crit here. That was such a good fight by NP. SVG in the right place at the right time. They felt the kill opportunity, but the black hole changed everything there. Really nice play from Zai to set up that gank.
Meanwhile, Aoi just pushing in this bottom lane, finally getting some space as the Nyx rotated towards the top, but now Universe, he's back. Bear's going to feel some of that pressure, but just popping it back off into the base. I mean, Aoi's getting a lot of space on the lone Druid. Yeah. How's that going to translate to kills? Is he going to be able to go for a really early Radiance? He just picks up a Midas.
If you focus the bear and get a boost on yourself and farm,
oh god. Purge, you're a robot. There's a sleep in the mid lane. Envy really wants to get something done here. Sumail getting healed up by the living armor. There's going to be a TP in from the Nyx Assassin. It's going to get canceled, but it's enough to drive NP back for now. They don't want to take risky fights, because coming back from behind with a lineup like this is near impossible.
Yeah, the living armor is doing so much work. All these ganks that should be effective are just being countered by one little skill here.
Oh, here we go. They bring in the Sand King, though. Damn, Visage just drops that tree, helping out. Envy's going to get the kill for that, so that's going to be a really nice streak going Envy's way. 2-2-1, so early deaths in lane getting counterbalanced by some nice rotations, and NP definitely keeping themselves in it. Down bottom, we've got the Bear trying to tank up a ton of damage. He may end up going down here, just going to get munched on by a couple of heroes. He's getting body blocked in. Oh, god, this Panda did nothing wrong.
I don't know about that one. He's been killing a lot of people. They do get the gold, though. Zai picks it up. It's good body blocking there by Universe, and as long as AOI gets back into the jungle and heals up a bit here, this is going to be just fine. Losing the Bear's bad for your opponents in terms of that, or bad for yourself in that it gives your opponents a lot of gold, but he just needs to not die and he's set. Once the Radiance comes out, Living Armor becomes far less of an issue. The Blink Daggers are going to be less of an issue. Even Silencer is going to be missing 17% of the time. They might be able to get this Legion kill mid. It might be hard though.
Definitely thinking about it, but again, Tram Protector so quick with the Living Armor that you've just got to cut through her so quickly. Now she is able to go through and get off that press the attack, and now she's going to have to deal with a whole ton of Radiant damage, but she's still doing alright. Sumail still relatively healthy. Envy chasing up to the high ground, but again, bringing in the Nyx. That's going to get scary. They've got crit as well. He doesn't have his ult. He's only level 4. Black Hole still on cooldown for 30 seconds. So EG's team fight is a little bit stunted, but they are able to go lay in some serious damage to this tier 1.
Yeah, SVG's going to try to slow this down. That's pretty much all they can do. They're going to lose this tower for sure. And in the meantime, slow push. And they've got great heroes for it. Visage has been 6 since 8 minutes, I believe. That's a really early level 6 on him. He's done a great job pulling. And even though they lost this tower and it gives them less control over the map, I think this is the right thing to do here. NP just has to get to the Radiance, and then the game gets pretty straightforward for them.
Alright, so things are going really well. Switching over to net worth, our Enigma, still top of the charts. Again, a really successful Black Hole to debut things, gets him going. He's almost at that mech. Just needs about 300 more gold to cap that off. And then our next up on the chart, our Lone Druid's done a really good job. He had like a 6-minute Radiance, so that's...
Midas, you mean?
Oh, Midas,
you
sorry.
said Radiance.
I was thinking about Radiance. They're both orange.
Yeah, it was really fast. It's quite good for him. He'll just split farm. The good thing about Lone Druid, though, is that if EG ever does group up and forces an objective or a Roche, then Lone Druid can do massive amounts of tower damage if he can get up there just with right clicks from the bear and the demolish, and if he uses his Savage Roar as well, it's a huge damage amp early game.
Yeah, I'm excited here, and of course the Elder Titan going to keep things scaling in NP's favor. That natural order going to start to really do work, especially with Legion doing what she's doing.
It's actually amazing against Silencer too. Like I pointed out before, his agility gains godly. It's 3 agility per level, so all of the armor that Silencer has is, maybe not all of it, but a lot of it's usually based on his agility gains, so he may have to prioritize a bit more into armor items later. Shivas would solve that problem, but
Roche attempt coming out. Sumail picked up a double damage, and that's going to make this thing go down quite easily for a 10-minute Roche. I mean, you've got 4 heroes in the pit, but it's still going down fast enough that NP aren't getting suspicious just yet. They're going to walk in their little spirit here. SVG looking for a nice stomp. It connects onto 2. They're sleeping, but Roshan still melting down. Can NP get enough heroes into the pit in time? Looks like Sumail still trying to get this down really hard.
Oh, the bat's slowing it.
Oh, man, the birds. They're thinking about it. They're going in. The Roche is getting low. Can the steal come out? No. Silencer easily snaps up that Aegis. Now the fight's going to be going down. Nice little impale coming back in, and looks like Visage needs 1 more hit to go down. Treant's urn, or rather Treant's Leech Seed gets the damage over time. He does not have an urn. There we go.
Lunder does do some... Yeah, he gets some tower damage top, but again, Treant Protector. Even if he's not healing heroes, he's going to heal towers. He's playing this game amazing. He's really affecting everything.
Bottom, we got birds. They get a stun on Arteezy, and Envy just goes in, making sure there's no deny coming out there. Arteezy in some trouble. He's fresh out of mana. He might go down here. Living armor, doing some work. He's able to go ahead and get off his wand in time, and now it looks like Templar Assassin's the one in trouble. Do they have vision? There's just a black hole. Alrighty there. Zai not holding back. Dude, that is savage.
Yeah, it was a great attempt there, but again, living armor plus mech plus the black hole guarantees that he moves out of his invis position. And even then, it would have only been Aegis. It's a little bit of a risky play, and that can't be really what NP does right now. They have to use their heroes to get kills because EG has such good team fight. I mean, at least there's no black hole now, so they can still fight, but there's still global silence. And EG just has the better gank heroes, the better team fight heroes. Just NP has to go super late game to be viable.
Yeah, it's not looking fantastic here. I mean, I never want to doubt a Templar Assassin, because, God, I've seen Templars just get in there, have a rough laning start, and once they pick up Desolator, just completely drop the base and 2-shot people. But on EG, there's just a lot of heal coming out. You got Legion's heal, you got Living Armor, you know, Silencer's relatively tanky on his own. Of course, Legion Commander is going to build up some of those tank items as well. It's going to be pretty hard to cut through now. They got Zai here. He has no black hole. There's going to be a global silence. Epicenter channeled up. It looks like there is going to be some decent damage coming out of MSS, and they are able to find the kill on the Enigma. Arteezy now moving in with the rest of his team. Can they find anything out of this universe? It's going to be Vendetta'd up, looking for that impale, and they are able to find it on the Visage. It's a dual win coming out for Sumail as well. May pay with his life, but still worthwhile. The Living Armor, look at what it's doing right now. MSS actually on the back lines now, was the aggressor, now the aggressee, as the blink forward from the Legion finishes him off. This tier 2 gonna be just melting down. These Eidolons doing a fair amount of work as well, so it's looking good there. NP had a strong start, but unfortunately, even after a successful Epicenter, they aren't able to get the kills they need.
Yeah, the skill usage there by EG was pretty much flawless. The Epicenter did come through, that was pretty huge for NP, but maybe they should have held a fraction of a second to throw the Spirit, because it did allow EG to react. Whereas if they blinked in, and all of a sudden there's an SK there with Epicenter, and then he burrow strikes your silencer, that whole thing changes. Because you would have gotten that Echo Stomp. But both times that SVG tried to affect the fight with an Echo Stomp, it got interrupted. The first time was Global Silence, and the second time was the spiked Carapace from the Nyx just changing everything. So just really sick skill usage by EG. NP's coordination was almost enough to win the fight, but it just fell a little short.
Yeah, I mean, the hero here on NP, you've got AUI still doing a fair amount with his Druid. He's really trying to get that split push in, but of course, if he's going in and not able to finish off this tower top, just look how easily Tramp Protector is able to get that thing back up with the living armor.
Yeah, they need gold advantage like that to win this game, and they've got to delay this game, but EG keeps winning the team fights. That's their heroes, and there's Global Silence on cooldown, Black Hole on cooldown. This would be a decent time to fight, but even still, the Radiance is not up, the Relic is not up. And until that happens, NP is nowhere near as strong as EG is.
Alright, so things evening out. Again, in terms of overall net worth, 5,000 in favor of EG. NP definitely on the back lines. If you're captaining NP right now, what's your strat? Just keep farming up, keep trying to go for split push on the bear, or do you try to smoke up and look for picks?
I mean, they smoked in the last fight. This maybe would have been a great time to do it just because of cooldowns. Perhaps a mistake for them not to do that, but I mean, normally they'd be in a better position just because TA would be able to AFK jungle, but there's been so much pressure on the map, and there's also been pressure on the TA that it's been hard for them to actually get ahead in terms of passive farming, so they're kind of forced into fighting.
No. Up top, Envy trying to bait out that black hole again. I mean, they've got it if necessary. They know where Envy's at. They're just pinging around. Envy wants some help from his buddies. There is going to be a bit of a skirmish in the river. We are going to have a sleep on. There's going to be that ulti coming out from the Elder Titan. Sumail in some trouble here, getting dumped on by the Visage. Meanwhile, up top, they're still trying to find Eternal Envy. They still know exactly where he's at. They're still holding on to the black hole. Envy?
You might as well wait. He's going to slowly do more and more damage. They'll fly out the items. Here comes the detection.
Envy? There we go. There's an impale.
Right,
they're coming in. Hey, they got him.
You know, I kind of think that was super worth it, to be honest. Like, all of NP is set up for mid right now. That was like 3 or 4 heroes rotating over to ensure they got that kill. If they can get the tower as well.
Alright, Crit moving in. He's trying to be the frontliner. He's got the overgrowth. They're going to focus on the bear here. Nice little Leech Seed universe. Slapping that thing up with a Vendetta Strike. And they're just going to be doing some slow but steady damage. Does the bear actually get out okay here? Yeah, he's fine. Alright, so a lot of aggression from EG. Not even able to get the Lone Druid bear.
It's got the Relic. Still needs about 1,000 gold and the Radiance is up. I think this is okay. Honestly, what MV just did was alright. It gave them a little bit of space. Dying is obviously no good, but considering he drew that out for like a minute and a half or something, or a minute, that was worth it for 3 heroes.
It would have been great, but the fight down in the mid-river was not exactly ideal when that was going on. Sumail, though, he's bounced back. He's got himself 10 dual damage. Not exactly super ideal at 17 minutes in, but
yeah.
Of course Legion can snowball out of control if she's fed a couple of Yoni duels.
It's gonna get a... Nope, no stomp. Damage is too delayed. Well, he's got Armlet now too. Legion's actually farming quite well at this point. It's kind of reliant on items rather than dual damage to be strong. And the net worths are not looking very good for NP, especially because 2 of their supports are typical supports, whereas EG has Zai just constantly farming with Enigma. One of the big advantages that Enigma gives you. So Hood on him now. Probably Pipe afterwards I think would be reasonable, just because it'll stop a lot of the damage that Radiance does. And the ultimate, the Earth Splitter from Elder Titan, breaking that could be great too.
Alright, let's talk about Visage here. He's picked up that medallion like you mentioned. You called it out in draft. Spot on, Purge, great job. What do you do next on the Visage here? Because he's really tried. He's helped out a lot in these team fights, but he's definitely not a typical fighter.
Solar Crest can be great just because the extra minus armor when your bear or when your bats are hitting things, and the bear hitting things is great. If anybody gets out of position, or for example, if Legion duels somebody, you can just use the Solar Crest on the Legion. He's going to miss 25% of the time and die a lot faster to your physical damage. So I think that that's a pretty straightforward build. Something like a Glimmer of Force can be great too, but just Visitor as a hero is just quite weak to a lot of damage sources. He has some HP problems sometimes, so if you can't just like passively farm and get a lot of kills, it's tough to play the hero.
Smoke
This
coming
looks
in from
really
EG.
bad though.
They didn't smoke under a ward, so NP don't really know what's going on. They've got to be a little bit spooked just because everyone's off the map right now. And they're going to be crawling in. They are trying to find some sort of kill. Oh, unfortunately, the TP comes in, so NP are able to get Envy out in time, and EG just go back to clearing out their lane and farming up. So NP, so far, pretty successful at just drawing this game out later.
All right, it's Radiant's time.
Oh boy.
Is that all? No boots on the bear. He's just going to go bootsless, which isn't too bad. The bear's still pretty fast, but it's time to fight.
Yeah,
Definitely
they're
time
going
to fight.
in. They're smoked up. There is an opportunity for Sand King to start channeling up Basalt. Global Silence is at the ready, but Arteezy's got to be on point for that. Definitely aware that something's going down here. Moving in, they are able to go and just harass the bear a little bit. This tower taking some chip damage from the Eidolons, but currently EG not getting too crazy with it.
Yeah, they're doing the smart thing. It's not worth it for them to take an engagement under a tier 1 tower, especially that one. There's so many good places to hide where NP could engage from. And if they're just a little bit late on reacting, smoke breaks now, they should be able to see him. If they're just a little bit late to react, then it could just be an easy teamfight win for NP. This next team fight's massive. If NP gets crushed here, I think EG runs away with the game, assuming they keep playing fairly well. And NP needs to win this fight because they're too far behind in terms of farm.
Yeah, they've got the Global Silence, they've got the Black Hole. Are they going to bring the damage in? You've got your Legion sitting back here, working on that Desolator. Has a Mithril Hammer, needs 1,300 gold for another. There's the start of the fight, though. They get the stun off onto Enigma. Global Silence comes out, though. He's looking for something. He doesn't have a blink. He can't really get himself too far into the fight. MSS thinking about channeling up his ulti. He can reinitiate now. There is going to be a nice little stomp coming in. Oh,
ooh, what a
beautiful force forward. Zai, he's looking to turn things around. Will get stunned once again. There's a root proc from the bear. Meanwhile, there's going to be a duel coming in. Our little lone druid might be in some trouble. Dual victory goes the way of Sumail. They're looking to focus down SVG, trying to channel up the stun, but will not be able to get that stomp off. The Visage Birds are going to be next on the menu. Oh god, they're cleaning up everything here. 1437, one shot from death, spawns out more birds, but a nice impale from Universe will finish him off. It's an 0 for 3. They didn't even have to commit Black Hole for that.
Yeah, they really needed the TA there to make that team fight good, or an epicenter to go off. It was just all of NP using their basic skills, and there's so much survivability on the Enigma. It's just too hard to kill somebody without committing those big ults or having TA there. So as soon as the TA was bottom, the fight started. I didn't see who initiated it, but clearly an EG advantage with that one.
Yeah, I mean, was it right for Envy just to go split off and look for more farm? It seems like his team really needs him for these fights.
Yeah, it's hard to say. They have vision advantage top. It looked like NP initiated to me top, but it was just took way too long to get the kills. They're really lacking on disables, actually, is the big thing NP wishes they had right now. Because if they had any disables, then they can guarantee that EG's heroes are further out of position. But because they were able to run away,
mid? All
NP
right.
didn't get the damage.
Crit in some trouble here. Going to get healed up by the Legion. They're not going to chase too deep for this. NP, they know they really can't get too YOLO in these fights. Overall net worth now 7,500 in favor of EG. And even the split push on the bear, the split push coming out from Envy just doesn't seem like enough to get them back in this right now.
Envy, he does have Blink Dagger now, though. So getting one-shots, I mean, I don't think he's going to kill anybody by himself, but it's just getting a little bit harder. He's got TP if needed. I think he sold his Aquila there or Wraithband or something, not sure.
Alright, I'm ready to see another Zai Black Hole. We got treated to one earlier, and I'm eager to see how this is going down. A second Roche fight coming in now. Legion Commander looking for another Aegis. Should be able to take this pretty handily on her own. Doesn't really need too much help from teammates, but Universe going to walk in there anyway. I believe was scouted out by this observer. No, was able to crawl in unscouted.
It's pretty good for EG. If they grab an Aegis here, it's just even harder for their opponents to teamfight them. They really did get all the good teamfight heroes. They got tons of disables as well. Like NP's got Burrow Strike and they've got the Elder Titan Sleep, but just not very useful against heroes like Nyx. Universe has done such a good job shutting down that combo, and then all of a sudden NP just never has disables.
Yeah, Sumail really starting to get things going now. Two dual victories for him, but again has the Blink, has the Desolator, and the Armlet as well. 600 more gold. What do you want the Legion Commander to pick up next?
AC's pretty straightforward, just because there's so much physical damage sources on MP. There's still things like Epicenter, obviously, but they can play around that using things like Pipe, Global Silence. I think he just keeps getting hybrid armor items. So AC next, maybe something like a Halberd afterwards, or BKB if he really wants to be safe. I think he's got a pretty straightforward item build from here on out.
Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of Halberds, but I'm definitely keen to do so now. NP, they're trying to figure out if you defend this or not. Again, they've got MSS with the Epicenter. He's now got his Blink, he's got his Force. Mobility for days, but it seems like EG just putting out so much damage, and there's so many targets you need to focus down to really complete the team fight on EG.
Yeah, and there's so many ways to keep people alive as well. Like Greaves plus Pipe. How do you fight through that? It's so difficult, and they have to deal with Treant Protector armor as well as Leech Seed. Like they just have so many good solutions.
Yeah, not to mention Legion's heal as well, and she's got her armlet, so she can always just pop out that extra little HP if necessary.
True.
All right, it's getting tough. Enigma, still no Blink Dagger. Is that what he's saving up for now, or do you just skip it now?
I think it's a good plan. He may want to do something like BKB perhaps, just so that if he's black holing, he doesn't get echo stomped. But I kind of feel like he can build whatever the hell he wants. He's really hard to kill. He's gonna back up his team.
MSS? All right. He's behind the tier 2 and should be killed. Making some space, I guess, just trying to cut the wave, but I don't think that ends too well for him.
That was a great catch by Universe there. Oh, Envy gets a double though. Oh, I'm sorry, those are 2 bounty rune double.
Yes!
Which is just as good.
That's
as a
a
double.
lot of money. Bling bling.
So yeah, this looks real bad.
They're very much in
Not
control of the map right now. If you look at overall
Yeah.
vision, there's just wards up here in the bottom lane, towards the mid. You've got jungle sentries as well, making sure the pit's unscattered out by NP. And NP, most of their ward coverage is focused here around this ancient pit, and they're not getting a whole lot of value out of that.
I'm also kind of surprised that there isn't more net worth advantage for EG, considering they're top 4 farmers. But they're definitely
Lone
getting
Druid,
most of the
man.
map.
He's bringing up the top of that net worth chart. But it's really hard for him to turn that into structures. Again, the living armor just makes it so difficult. The siege on this top tower has been going on for the last, 15 minutes, but unfortunately they just can't make some permanent damage there.
Yeah, they'd have to win a team fight to take that tower, and many of the other towers as well. They're gonna try to kill the bear. Maybe.
Yeah, it's trying. Hey,
Okay.
there it goes.
Nicely done. Yeah, Silencer, it's really good damage. 2 great nukes. Glaives of Wisdom on top of that. It's a great build. He's gonna go Atos afterwards. He's definitely going more tanky and not as much DPS, which is not a bad idea. When you have a team fight advantage over your opponents and you have a lot of survivability items, putting more survivability items on top of that gives you even more team fight advantage. So I actually like his build a lot this game, even though he's not gonna really carry.
Envy chilling out in the bottom lane. Doesn't have a TP, but able to blink back to safety. But you can really feel the desperation from NP. They're just trying to farm, and their territory is just getting closed off more and more. EG really controlling all of their side of the map, most of the Radiant jungle, and now mid lane as well. It's really hard for NP to fan out and get farm on their farm-dependent cores.
Yeah, that's just gonna be worse and worse over time. Like the fact that Legion's actually matching the AUI Lone Druid just makes it so tough. But that's what Deso does, and Blink Dagger gives him all this mobility advantage, and he's got rune control, more double bounty runes maybe.
Legion actually going in for a BKB here. Not going to grab the AC just yet. She's got about a minute or so left on that Aegis, and after that she's going to try to be fancy and flashy and golden.
It's pretty safe, really. Doesn't have to worry about Epicenter, doesn't have to worry about Burst Strike. Basically, no matter who he duels is going to die, because his farm rate is so good. Still weak on dual damage, but thus is the issue with Legion in pro games right now.
Pings out MSS. He knows he's in a dangerous spot. Just going to TP home here. Does not want to initiate. And once again, EG just asserting their dominance on this territory. Going in for some tier 3 push. Elder Titan thinking about going in for a stomp, just trying to scout things out. But Sumail doesn't really give a bother. Just going in and raking in the damage on that tier 3, and it should end up falling pretty shortly. Radiant, they've got the Fortify, but it's not looking too keen. Nice little Burrow Strike there, buying some time, but Universe, the bug on EG going in, returning the Impale. Visage Bird's going to go in. They get some nice stuns, but again, EG still holding on to their big ults. They've still got everything going for them. And NP, it seems like they're just losing a little bit of momentum. Meanwhile, Envy, you're farming neutrals up there, boy. I hope you get what you want. Your racks are under siege.
And he knows that he can't fight right now. The EG just has such good team fight strength. He got that tier 2 tower, though. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously a nice little map advantage coming his way, but it seems like NPs take one step forward and EG just walk right over them.
And he does have a berry summon if this dies, so it's not the worst, but I wouldn't say it's a good thing either.
Yeah, just more and more gold going to EG. Now the net worth slowly but surely crawling to about 10,000 in favor of the Dire squad. Same story in terms of XP, and I mean, well, transitioning that to levels, it's really making a difference. Visage, as well as Elder Titan, only level 9, so their level 2 ultis are far from there.
It's not that big of a deal in the case of Elder Titan, at least, but I mean, if they win one fight, they're going to come back into this game in terms of levels. But they got to win that one fight.
Easier said than done here. All of NP now confined to their base. Thinking about initiating here on Sumail, but of course, the heal, the living armor, the press the attack makes it so difficult. There's a blink forward and a duel coming back in. They are able to get the victory off. Global Silence coming in. Visage doing whatever he can, but it's
this is really good for NP.
It's not going so great. Black Hole is going to get canceled by an Elder Titan Stomp. Arteezy might be in some serious trouble. Ends up going down. Now there is going to be a nice little root proc coming back in. Enigma in some trouble. Zai goes down. They're looking for more. Crit being cleaned up. Oh, NP showing some signs of life. Getting 4 heroes down on EG, trading only for a dual kill on the Visage.
That was a great initiation. Most of that teamfight win came down to MSS there, hitting the backline with the epicenter. And after he did the brunt of his damage, he forced himself out because he knew the counter initiation would come. So basically everything Universe did in that fight was wasted initiation-wise because he got himself back out. And then the Global Silence also just didn't really feel that strong. The Black Hole was amazing, but SVG was there with the Echo Stomp at the perfect time. So all of the good teamfight abilities on EG were lost. They're going to try to get Rex here. This is a great choice. At minimum, they're going to force buybacks. And if they don't buy back, this tower's going to die instantly with their heroes.
Yeah, the timers are so short now, and gold's so crucial that, you know, Legion with 15 seconds left doesn't want to buy it back, but you can't really afford this. There's no Black Hole on Zai, so he's just trying to zone out the best he can with the little Midnight Pulse. Going to get stomped up by the Titan. Tower taking some chip damage. I don't think NP are going to be able to get any more structures off of this, but definitely putting EG back on the defensive here.
Yeah, that was really good that they did that. I mean, it's just one buyback on the Enigma, but all of a sudden the experience swing is going to be huge.
Yeah, the experience and the gold just bopping right back up towards even.
Comeback mechanics, man. And
oh,
they
the
deserve
bear.
it. That was an amazing team fight.
They're going to save the bear with the Visage Birds. They go for the Yule. They really want this extra little gold. And
it's a good roar.
It's buying them some time. There we go. Okay. Bear popping back, so I'm not able to get that done. The poor Visage Birds, man. There's so much hate towards little creepies this game.
Yeah, I mean, they're a lot of gold, really. And it limits his ability to push lanes. So you can send the Visage Birds anywhere. So just push them in a lane where nobody's there. Push the lane out while you're holding their base, and it gives you more offensive potential. At least tactically, to take buildings. They're going to take their hot sauce shot now. Should give them the power they need.
30 minutes in the game. Mandatory hot sauce break.
So 2k gold on AUI as well after the AC. So next item, maybe Basher would be pretty worthwhile. Maybe Vlad's actually. I think I would like Vlad's on AUI himself. Just bonus armor, lifesteal to everybody. I think that'd be really beneficial, especially AUR for Envy. 10% range lifesteal on TA is quite good.
Alright, so NP definitely showing like they are still in this game. The Lone Druid really starting to scale up in terms of overall net worth. You got TA and the Lone Druid at the top of the charts. What does NP have to do to keep up that lead? Because EG, they're still vicious. You don't want to fight them head on if you don't have to. Can they just keep split pushing and taking these high ground fights?
The team fights is definitely the way to go. They've got to, I think team fight items are great. Like I said, Vlad's, I think smoking, taking a fight occasionally or a gank would be solid, especially before Roche comes up. It's got about a minute and a half to go. So a fight before that, getting an Aegis on NP's side could swing the whole game, because then they might feel more comfortable actually trying to go high ground. I don't think it's safe at all considering how good EG's team fight is, but it's a possibility at least. They also don't have to worry about Treant X coming out. He hasn't even started it yet, so just typical Treant build, sacrificing for the team.
Right.
Like, they got bot racks, but I don't think it's too bad for them. And MSS also very close to Ags, about 1100 away. This could be huge also, just because the Burrow Strike range is so far that he's almost guaranteed to be able to stop the Enigma Black Hole.
Yeah, NP, their heroes are really equipped to deal with a lane of super creeps. I don't think it's going to slow them down too much. They've got pretty decent wave clear, and Lone Druid's going to be able to push that lane out. No problem if he gets an extra 2 minutes.
Okay, they get the Vlad's on Elder Titan instead of the Lone Druid. I actually like that a lot. Saves 2,000 from his item build, and it's pretty good Elder Titan item, actually.
Yeah, Titan's still sitting on that gem, so dewarding going pretty well. They're missing one here towards the Ancient Pit. That'd be a great ward to take out. It's giving a lot of vision to EG.
And they definitely saw a crit place that ward. They'll get it later. Here comes the fight, though.
Smoke coming in. Universe, he's going to get slapped down, and they've definitely got the vision. Again, Elder Titan's gem paying for itself right now. Universe just trying to crawl away here. You get the Force Staff off. He's going to be living armored up, but slowed down by that Psionic Trap, and finally finished off by the Sand King. And that's a gem. Oh, man.
What a huge pickup.
So Elder
That's
Titan
2 gems
now,
now.
2 gems.
I don't think they could have found a better hero right there, honestly. It was definitely hard to kill, but stealing the gem from their opponents should mean vision advantage. It looks like they're going to try to put themselves in position to split push, and EG is going to do the same. NP definitely has to go back here because they're already at the buildings.
Yeah, I mean, with a lone druid, you kind of want to try your luck at a push-off, but they're all going to TP back. There is a nice sleep here on the Legion Commander. Look at that chunk from the Templar Assassin. Sumail still low, still slowed down. They've got the Visage Birds. Can they get the sleep? Looks like Zai can be piped up to try to keep himself alive. Sumail now pops into the BKB. Global Silence coming out.
They need kills here.
That's a really defensive BKB.
Oh,
they actually get the kill. Envy brings it out. Crit now going to be next on the menu. They're having the bear charge after him. Nice little burrow strike. And that's going to be 3 heroes dead on EG. Oh man, Nyx, he spawns back, but they're going to have to deal with an NP push onto their tier 2.
They really didn't expect to be punished that hard, but the initial SVG sleep with TA coming in and dropping his HP by half with just that one meld strike changed the whole fight. And that's when NP's draft is finally really coming together. The amount of minus armor they have is incredible between Medallion, between AC, between the Deso, between the Elder Titan passive. Like, I think it's actually hurting Legion a lot that he went for a Black King bar here. If he had an AC in that moment, I don't think he dies there. And then AG actually would have been able to just turn and fight instead of use their ultimates to try to just escape. And the Aegis is picked up too. And a cheese now going to NP. This game is opened up entirely. EG's got to be really worried now.
Yeah, that entire fight, Arteezy was trying to push out this bottom lane and got a couple of chips of damage onto the tier 4s, but I don't think that's worth letting NP get a free uncontested Roche. And there's not much EG could do about it anyway. The Legion now just going to be respawning. Is she big enough for this point in the game? It's 30 minutes in. She's got 42 extra damage. She's got the Deso, the Blink, and the Armlet, and the BKB, but is that going to be enough damage for EG?
I mean, her items are great for farming, but the issue that EG is definitely running into now is that all of their items and heroes are teamfight based, especially if you look at Arteezy's build. I praised it earlier because it does keep him alive and allow him to guarantee that they get a high ground, but they started losing fights, and that's always the biggest weakness of buying items like that help you win team fights. If your heroes don't win the team fights, then you don't have the items to accelerate your farm, and eventually you're just going to get behind. And that's definitely what's happening to Arteezy. He's split pushing fine, but his attack speed is awful. He actually has one item that gives him attack speed. Well, I'm sorry, 2. Hurricane, Pike, and Wand. That's it. So his damage is not going to scale. And now their ultimates are becoming less and less useful because NP is actually finally winning fights.
Yeah, it seems like, NP, they've got that Templar Assassin, they've got the Lone Druid. All those heroes are just dishing out crazy quantities. And you compare that to the Legion and the Silencer, and it's feeling underwhelming on the side of EG. They've still got great Wombo combo. We haven't seen a phenomenal black hole into a Treant root, into, Nyx just going in and styling on everyone. That is a possibility, but the window's getting smaller for EG.
Yeah, and they don't have very much mobility either. They're kind of reliant on either Sumail initiation or Nyx Assassin initiation, which is maybe one reason why we're not seeing those combos. I don't even know if Blink would have been the good idea on Enigma though. I think the reason he's just skipping is because Radiance is always going to be there in the fight. So, and there's always a lot of heroes that can disable him from range. Maybe he should have gone BKB instead, but again, it's this armor problem. The heroes that MP picked kind of force EG to buy a lot of physical survivability, because otherwise, it doesn't matter if you have BKB, because minus armor will counter it, so they feel like they have to go for armor instead.
We'll smoke up here. NP looking to go in, get some sneaky sneak going on. Can they get vision of Zai here? That'd be a great little pick to get for themselves.
We haven't talked about this yet, but I love the Blade Mail on the bear, actually. The plus int wasted, but the hero has so much...
Oh, there we go. Mid lane. This would be a nice little kill. Easy pickings right there. Legion Commander dead for over a minute. She's got buyback, but at this point it's so expensive, and I really don't know if EG will be able to hold it even with the Legion there.
Oh, they got the courier too.
Oh,
That's
man.
massive.
And that thing was just dead. That thing just respawned.
That's so big. Really big pick for NP there. Roche obviously not even close to being up, but NP is still just pressuring. They could lose MSS here though.
Yeah,
it's got a force.
It's a Sand King. He's fine. Look at that. He's okay.
Very dead.
He's completely fine, dude.
Pretty big mistake by MSS because they had the kill opportunity from Legion being dead. They could have turned that into a Rax maybe. So I think he was hoping that his team would back him up, but he just got a little too deep there.
Yeah, I mean, overall, you're talking about global trades, getting the Legion down for a Sand King. Well, it's not necessary the Sand King falls. You're still coming out on top as NP.
You are, but they have again been Raxed earlier, so
yeah.
their ability to... Ooh, is he gonna try
Envy?
to... This is really dangerous.
Again, there's no gems now. EG. Oh, Arteezy gonna get unloaded on, but he's able to go force-staff himself back. And there's a blink forward from Envy, so just dishing out some damage, keeping EG on their toes. NP very much alive, very much on the offensive right now.
Yeah, all the raw HP that RTZ had saved him there, and he reacted super fast also. Nice play by him. I think did he use Hurricane Pike against the TA? I think he did, which is why he bought the item. It's a great Hurricane Pike game. If people get on top of Silencer, he usually just gets killed, because most heroes do more damage, but by buying Hurricane Pike, if they do blink, he just forces them back.
Let's talk a bit about our Visage here. He's got that Solar Crest like you talked about now.
Good
Vit
for him.
booster. What's he building into here?
Most likely Atos. It's a pretty common Visage build, just because your Disable is so weak. Grave Chill's a great skill, but you usually don't get a massive amount of levels on this hero because farming is a little bit abstract and not super straightforward for levels. So by getting Atos, you can just Grave Chill and Atos somebody and then guarantee that your bats can catch up. It's most likely the build. The plus int is also really good because you can cast Soul Assumption for a huge nuke every 4 seconds, so he's definitely lacking mana right now. So it's a mix of both.
NP grouping up. They're ready to go, but EG, they've got some crazy high ground. It's pretty tough to just siege into this. Black Hole, duels, the Overgrowth. We really haven't seen a crazy Overgrowth yet from our tree.
Yeah, and that's just because he's been playing 5s. He had a couple good opportunities, or at least where he tried to have initiations, but NP always backed at the right time. So definitely a very tough game for him as the game runs out. Just so many heroes that can dive him and close the gap, so if he gets out of position, he's just punished instantly.
Legion Commander poking out, being the scout for his team. Again, Sumail did just get completely dropped, respawning shortly now, and he's got himself 2,100 gold. Buyback definitely a necessity, but what does he want to be working on? The Assault Cuirass?
Definitely AC, yeah. They don't have one yet, so 5 extra armor for everybody on his team. Obviously more minus armor to combo with his Deso. It's absolutely necessary. But the problem is that extra attack speed doesn't even help that much. Again, it's basically just Sumail and Arteezy on the Silencer for conventional carries here, so it's not looking amazing, especially again with the item Silencer had. Yule's picked up now. Yule's Atos, Hurricane Pike, he's got all this utility, but if he had something like Hyperstone or I don't know, an AC of his own, it could be so much higher. Or even a Hex would be great.
Yeah, Hex definitely would get a lot done, but the problem is on NP, who do you focus? Your Elder Titan doing so much work from the back lines, and then of course TA just dropping the damage.
Yeah, Elder Titan Sane in the back is huge. Oh, they're gonna... I think they saw crit.
Oh, they're going in. There is gonna be Sumail. BKB, but just walking around like a chicken with his head cut off. Unsure who to go on here. Looks like they will get the pick onto the Sand King. Now crit going forward.
Great
nice ulti from him. Roots the bear. And now there is gonna be that Ghost Scepter. Lone Druid just trying to run away with his life. The bear itself will get killed off. All the rest of EG are still up, are still fighting. They've got the Black Hole if needed. A duel coming in, and they've got crazy amounts of damage. Legion gets the kill on Visage. The resummoned bear here in some serious trouble, and that bear is just running for his life, is going to be dropped down, and that's going to be a Lone Druid feeling real poor. No more bears for him for over 100 seconds.
Yeah, EG could definitely try to take a Rax, and with this moment, I mean, there's only 30 seconds left with the other 2 heroes, but the Lone Druid bear being dead is a massive amount of gold advantage that NP normally has that's gone. So they're going to go for this. They still Black Hole as well, as I did a good job saving that. And that fight was a perfect example of EG getting the jump on NP and not the vice versa. If NP gets to go first and gets Epicenter off, the whole game changes.
Legion?
But if SK only gets 1 burrow,
all right, Legion denying a tier 3 tower, or Envy rather, denying a tier 3.
Yeah, it's gonna probably die anyways. It's a lot of gold actually. It could be something like 1,000 for the enemy team. Are they gonna grab Envy here? Do they have a gem?
They're thinking about it.
They actually don't have a gem. Yeah, it looks like SVG didn't die in that fight. Super huge that he didn't. Because if they had gem there, Envy couldn't be aggressive like this. The AC's finished too. That's a buyout. Here comes Epi.
Oh, they're thinking about going in. Nice little burrow connecting onto a bunch. He's getting force-staffed around here. Just pinging around this Nyx Assassin. Oh gosh. There's going to be damage sprayed out here. Nice little duel coming in. Another victory going the way of Sumail. Visage Bird stunning him up, only holding him in place temporarily. Easy kill there on the Visage. Now these racks mid lane are under siege. It's going down quickly. Another nice sleep coming out from our Elder Titan, but
dude,
again,
they're so ahead.
Can only last for so long. NP, they're fighting 2 men down, and there's not a whole lot left in the tank.
It's still got 17 seconds on cooldown. EG can just end the game right now. Just because of that one fight and the double bear kill. Like, AUI is definitely kicking himself right now for resummoning. He's got a cheese, he's got all of his skills, and they just can't take a fight.
Tier 4 is going down. Final Fortify called out. You know, I'm a bit disappointed. We have not seen another Black Hole coming out from Zion in like 30 minutes.
Well, this is the bear. If they kill the bear, everything ends. EG wins. As
here
soon as
we
they see it,
go.
they're going to go on it.
Moving forward, the Ancient is exposed right now. Little bear, he's munching on creeps. There's going to be a Yule's up. Arteezy trying to get the job done. They are able to land the impale. Global silence coming out, and now Zai moves forward. He's got the black hole. Does he cast it off here? They've got to suck everyone out of the fountain. Another duel coming out.
Oh, gets interrupted.
Oh, there's
That's
going to be a nice
so
little strike there. Oh, they actually get the kill on the Enigma. It's looking pretty good for NP. It's their final hold right now, but oh, the triple man impale. Oh, gosh, the root to follow up as well. Legion Commander's low, but still alive, trying to just get out of here. The bear moving forward, not able to get the kill. Crit now limping away with his life, but he's going to be sucking up all the damage there, allowing Legion to go and heal. Long-range burrow strike, though, actually finishes the Legion. EG now forced to run away. The Radiant Throne exposed. The creeps working on it, but NP hold.
They actually hold. That was so close. NP had to play completely around the lone druid bear. As soon as he showed, EG instantly go on it, but luckily for them, that burrow strike from MSS changed the game. I kind of feel like maybe the Enigma should have hold earlier. If he had a BKB here, they just win, honestly, because he could just BKB black hole, kill the bear again, and then it's on cooldown for another 100 seconds. Then there's no way they defend. But now that the Radiance is up and the AC and the Basher and all that stuff changes everything. It costs a lot of buybacks for NP, and EG's actually in a massive gold advantage now because of all those buybacks and kills, but at least they can get some map control. The game's not over. They can still win this.
Roshan coming up. Pretty short timer left, and we'll see. Oh god, the gold grab. It just kind of took a tumble.
Yeah, big advantage for NP, but that last fight and then the most latest fight, just not good. The bear, what's he gonna go for next? He's got 3k in the bank. Could be. I could see something like Mjolnir would be kind of fun. I don't know if he wants to drop the Midas, but he could also go Abyssal Blade. Might also be good if they can just lock down Sumail and kill him without him getting a duel off. It could change everything.
Fight coming in. Crit might go ahead and scout out what's going on the river. Yule's up onto the Visage. It's a small pick, but pretty helpful if they can pick it off. Now the rest of NP moving in. Can they try to take a fight here? There's going to be a Hex up, but nice little Elder Titan buying themselves some time. Roar from the bear drives back the tree, but it's not enough to save the Visage. Visage buys back for this. This Roche fight could be huge. Winner gets an Aegis and a cheese, and that's going to be a nice way to close out the game here.
Yeah, the next fight completely determines who gets Roche, and then that more or less determines who wins the next fight, or at least gives them a big advantage, and that's what NP wants right now. That's the prize that they have in mind. Can they get the right initiation? This is what everything comes down to. If Visage dies here, he's dead as well. That's his buyback.
Dire playing a dangerous game, crawling around behind the Radiant.
They see him. They know we're there. Here comes the initiation.
They want to go in here. Oh, they missed the Impale, and now there's going to be mass damage dropped out. Sumail goes in, really wanted to get the job done. Universe still taking some damage, able to go ahead and burrow. This bear is going to get focused down by Arteezy. Meanwhile, on the back lines, we've got a duel coming in on top of an epicenter. There is still a victories for Sumail, and they're moving forward. They want to get the kill onto the Visage. This is a dieback going down. The buybacks are few and far between on the side of NP. Now Envy moving forward, trying to get kills onto Arteezy. He's low. The black hole coming out, though. They're going to lose the silencer, but they might be able to return it for our little Templar assassin here. No buyback on that girly. And oh, Yule's here to cancel the lone druid's TP. Owie now forced to live with all the damage being thrown out. MSS buying some time with a nice burrow strike. The bear comes in, gets a nice root talk on Universe, but they should be able to finish it off. And now they're moving forward. MSS tries to TP out, immediately cancelled, and he's just going to get munched down. 4 heroes dead on NP. There's buyback on the Sand King, but the GG is called out. EG take this series, and that will mean they move on in the upper bracket. NP dropping down to the lower. What happened in that game to actually make that fight so decisive?
It was an amazing game, but that one fight in the Dire jungle changed everything. With NP losing all their heroes, they lost 2 bears, which meant that their next defense was delayed by 100 seconds. That gave EG the easy 2 racks. They were able to hold it, but I think the reason things just looked so hard by the end, they lost massive gold advantage. They were all forced to buy back. And there's also the problem with their heroes. Late game Lone Druid has a lot of issues. Late game TA can have a lot of issues as well if there's a lot of damage over time or hard lockdown, and that was absolutely the case. The Eternal Envy wasn't able to get to a point where he could actually 3-shot heroes or whatever because there were so many armor items on the enemy team. And it's the same case with the bear. When somebody picks up a Shiva's Guard, he loses massive attack speed advantage. He maybe had to purchase, like, basically AOI never transitioned out of having AC Radiance damage, more or less. He had Basher, he had a Blade Mill. They were useful items, but I kind of feel like something like maybe a Mjolnir might have been better just to really ramp up his attack speed and guarantee that his bear did more damage. But those heroes are just worse late game than heroes like Legion Commander and Black Hole and Duel. Like those abilities are what win you late game fights, and EG was able to hold out long enough. It was just a lot longer than we thought it would be.
Yeah, very well played by EG. We're going to kick it back over to the panel, but first, we got some ads for you.
Come on, pick up the phone, man. Pick up the phone, pick up the phone, pick up the phone. Josh, hey, what's up, man? So look, I know that you said that the Core 500 toaster can fit full-size video cards and AIO liquid coolers, but dude, I can't even fit the motherboard in the damn thing, so what's the deal?
What? No, dude. I said the Core 500 is like the size of a toaster. What the hell are you doing right now?
Wait, so if that's not the Core 500...
เทปปิ้งขนมปังอันนี้เหมือนขี้ขนมปังเย็นลงกว่าเดิม
The Core 500 from Fractal Design provides top-class cooling and supports full-size hardware in a compact design. Click the link in the description to learn more. Bread toasting only supported with AMD chips.
Hello guys and welcome to this little tutorial that I have made about Meeple. If you didn't know me already, my name is Liz.